Hello, everyone. We are back. My name is Andrew Ross with the University of South Florida, and I am joined by Ethan Rabe from Eastern Washington University, the recent champions of the NCAE Cyber Games. Ethan, thanks for joining us and giving us your time today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I got a couple questions for you. I know that you hopefully have come down from the finals, and it was a couple weeks ago now, so you've had some time to kind of process. And I want to ask you a couple questions. So, Ethan, can you describe your team's mindset the day before the competition?
Oh man, the day before the competition was just all travel for us. I think everybody was really out of it. We didn't even get into Florida until maybe 6 p.m. So we flew all the way across the country from Washington State. So pretty much the furthest you can come to Florida unless you're from Alaska or Hawaii. So everybody was really exhausted after that day, and I think everybody just kind of wanted to get it over with almost at that point.
So in terms of, I guess, the competition, though, did your team have any strategy going into that day? Was it kind of like, hey, we're just going to take it how it comes? Or what was kind of the general team strategy going into that final competition?
Yeah, so we learned a lot from regionals, what we did wrong and what we did well. And basically, we just built upon that. We built playbook. We said, here's what we're going to do, and we're just going to stick to this the best we can. And then if we run into roadblocks along the way, we're going to get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, always good to keep that mindset. Ethan, what were the keys to victory during that day to end up winning the finals?
So undoubtedly, the reason that we won this whole competition was just purely due to the level of teamwork that we had going into this. The level of cooperation that I saw was like it was nothing like we could recreate outside of this competition. The level of stress that we were under, I think, really forced us to work well as a team together. Yeah,
that teamwork aspect is always so important, especially during that final day. So my final question for you are, now that the competition has finished, you all won, what were a few takeaways that maybe you had or that your team took away from that final competition?
Ultimately, teamwork is what gets things done. Like, that's true across this entire industry. I've worked in the industry for a very short period of time now, and I've already found that to be true. So yeah, absolutely. Teamwork is a big thing, and making sure that you're prepared. We were not prepared going into regionals, but we very quickly learned that we needed to actually prepare if we wanted to do well in this.
So I heard you talk about maybe that, as I think of what you just said, is now that you've entered the field. So are you now in kind of cybersecurity, or can you talk maybe a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I work as a cybersecurity analyst now for a local financial institution.
And how has that experience been so far?
It's been great. I worked at that place previously doing IT help desk stuff, so I have a little bit of experience with that company, but it's honestly been a great role, and I think that this competition has really helped prepare me for what real stuff is like, and that sort of level of stress that you feel in competition is something that you often feel in the workforce in this industry. So
thanks again, Ethan, for your time, and we'll talk soon. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.